Coming up in this breakdown, we have a look at a 52-shot rally. 52 shots! And Alex has a comment about each and every one of them. Okay, maybe not each and every one of them, but he has a lot to say. Let's break it down. Here's how this works. You send us highlights, great plays, good plays, and not so good plays. With the help of Coach Alex Fox, we break it down. You learn, we watch, and we all get better. This is Pickleball Breakdown. All right, Alex, off to Hainesport, New Jersey we go. Thanks to Manny for sending in this video. After this quick exchange right here between Alex and Christy on the left-hand side, Alex sends up a lob, which was set up by Manny's dink to Joel's backhand side.
What that does is that opens up a lane for that lob.
Let's talk about lobs and when to lob and offensive lobs and your philosophy on lobs.
So I like to lob, well, pretty much only on offense. A defensive lob is not very transferable into the pickleball game. That's more of a tennis thing. I always look to lob when I had the clear advantage in the point, in a dink rally or whatever. I get an opponent going out wide, like Alex was able to do to Joel, and get them stationary, and then that creates a lane for you to lob. You don't want this big sky lob. The best lobs, I think, are when you're in control of the point and when you have an element of surprise. Okay, so you're going to have a shot that surprises them, and then by the time they realize what's happening, it's already by them. If you put up this big sky lob like in tennis, they're going to have time to get to that, and it's not going to be as effective.
So Joel does have time here, and he's able to handle this lob pretty easily. Alex, for his part, is going to respond with this soft backhand to Christy. And now I know this is just rec play and all, but maybe here in this case you want to do something a little bit more aggressive.
I think Alex probably could have just taken like a good slide step to his left and really teed off on a forehand there rather than this kind of just a so-so backhand to keep them back. I think he probably could have put that away by just clearing his body out of the way to his left and then throwing a haymaker there with his forehand.
A little bit later on, they get into this strange exchange, 10 or 11 straight volleys where they hit it. Alex finally resets the point.
So he was able to reset that. I'll see if you can pick up on why. So we have all these volleys, volley, 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 volley. What was different about that one?
He took a step back.
What Alex does well when he's finally able to reset the point is he's able to do a little drop step and kind of pivot and take this ball off of the short hop, which is a lot easier to manipulate than fielding that ball as a volley and trying to soften it up and get it perfectly placed back in the kitchen for a reset. Given the opportunity, I always will opt to take it off the short hop. To Joel's credit, that's a really good job of recognizing when the point has been reset successfully, like I've talked about before. And he does a really good angled offensive dink here to Alex's backhand cross court and opens up the court a little bit. Now Alex fields it well and gets back into position. Oh, we talked about that before. Not going all the way back cross court on a backhand dink and just doing a reset dink. That's exactly what Alex does here. He gets sent out wide, and he doesn't try to go back all the way over to Joel. He keeps it to Christy, which is right across from him, and gets himself back into position.
When I'm looking at especially Joel's play, when you talk about just being patient and calm throughout the whole point, it just seems like he never gets flustered. And Alex is similar, that they're just both very calm while playing this point.
They're both very steady. They're not anxious. You can see that they're in an athletic stance like the whole time. They're both on the balls of their feet, ready for anything. They play the right shots. Playing high percentage pickleball, that's going to win you a lot right there. So the most common mistakes at the amateur levels of pickleball is trying to do too much too soon.
Yeah, well, that's definitely true. There was this soft exchange between Alex and Christy, which is probably a case of too little, too late.
I would have liked to seen Alex a little bit more aggressive on that ball coming from Joel. He could have done a number of things with that, but he just kind of rolled that ball like with topspin, almost like he was trying to keep them back, but they were both up. So he should have hit out on that ball a little bit more. So he could have done a lot more with that ball. And also, since he didn't do a lot more with that ball, Christie should have. Like, look at that. Look at that thing. That's just a sitting duck. Yeah.
You know, what's interesting is they both put on kind of the same shot where they just kind of shovel it across to the player directly across from them.
As pickleball players, depending if you started any length of time ago, the game used to be softer, right? So we get this ingrained to our heads that it needs to be, soft, patient. Well, the game's changing and the fastball is becoming more and more prevalent. So yeah, I would have liked to seen those opportunities by both Alex and Christie kind of capitalize on and just put the pressure on your opponent. Now, just because you speed the ball up doesn't mean it has to be a winner. We've talked about the 1-2 punch before.
And then Edward goes right back at it again with the 1-2 punch, and this time he lands both punches.
Well, he learned quickly from that last one, Frank.
Put it in a difficult spot for your opponent, get it on their body quick, and look to generate a pop-up or a forced error. So don't be so passive when you have a green light type ball. And if you see high-level players play, we're all looking for that blood. We're all looking for just that little window of opportunity. We're not trying to just stay alive. We're not trying to just get the ball back, Yeah, of course, get the ball over the net, but we're looking for offensive advantages anywhere they come. Where can we create something? That's a big difference between the highest level play and lower level play.